In this video, we will go over the assignment instructions. So the first thing you want to do is go over to the left and click on Assignments. So at the top here, we have your assignment instructions, and then below you'll see week 1 assignments. As the weeks go on, the other weeks will be added. So first we're going to click on our assignments overview. And here we have it split into the 4 sections from our syllabus. So first off, we have our Mystatlab homework, and each week you'll have 1 or 2 homeworks on Mystatlab. You'll be able to rework these problems until you get 100%, and your lowest homework score will be dropped at the end of the course. I'll show you how the homework works later in the video. The next section is our quizzes. So you'll have communication quizzes every week, and then every other week you'll have a Mystatlab quiz. So for our communication quizzes, you'll have these every week except for midterm and final week. And these will focus on real-world data sets, and you'll be working with a group through the discussion boards on Blackboard. So each of you will be assigned a group of 4 or 5 classmates, and you'll work together. So how this will work is if you go down to the bottom, you will have an original post. So first you'll do the quiz on your own, and by Sunday you'll post this to the discussion board, and you'll include work and answers on every problem. You want to make sure if you don't know what the answer is, then you include the question on what you need help with. So once you post this to the discussion board, you'll be able to see your classmates' posts. So make sure you try to do this early and don't wait until the last day to submit these. For your responses, you need to respond to at least 2 people in your group, and examples of responses would be either answering a question from your group member or stating whether you agree or disagree and why you agree or disagree with your group members. And then finally, once you will be able to see all your answers from your classmates, then you can update your answers and submit a final quiz Monday each week. And this is for each individual person needs to submit a quiz, not just one group quiz. So then we have the rubric. Our rubric, you can read that as you're going through. So now I'm going to go back up to our bi-weekly Mystatlab quizzes. So these will also be on Mystatlab. You'll give 2 chances for each quiz. And week 5 and 9, you'll have extra credit quizzes. So if you do these quizzes and score above a 90% on them, you'll get 3% added to your midterm or 3% added to your final for each of the quizzes. Your midterm and final exam, you'll have a take-home part and a Mystatlab part. Mystatlab part will be open book. The take-home of the course will also be open book. And the part 1 will be similar to communication quizzes. Part 2 will be similar to your Mystatlab homework. And for your Mystatlab test, you have to make sure you either sign up for ProctorU to take it online or sign up for a time to take it on campus. And those times will be posted later in the course. ProctorU instructions are listed below. There's also more attached ProctorU instructions in the getting started. So that's the assignment instructions. Now I'm going to go through what a typical week of assignments would look like. So I'm going to click on week 1 assignments. So the first thing you need to do for week 1 is going to your introduction discussion board. If you press create thread, this will allow you to type in the subject. So just put your name. For instance, I could put Morganity introduction. and then you would introduce yourself and hit submit. If you wanted to attach something like you would for your communication quizzes, you would press browse my computer and you could attach a Word file. So going back to our week 1 assignments, the next type of assignment is your homework. So if you click on this link, this will take you to your first week 1 homework. These orange Pearson ones are your homework assignments. So if we click on this, it'll take us into Mystatlab. The first thing you're going to do is register for this, and once you're registered, then you can get into the homework. Lastly, we have the communication quiz, and again, you'll post that to your group and then respond and then submit your final to the communication quiz Dropbox. And again, by pressing browse my computer and attaching your Word file. I'm going to exit the student preview and I'm going to go into our homework. You can also get to your homework by going to Mystatlab Homework. And you can see we have our week 1 homework and it'll tell you when it is due. So I'm going to click on this homework, click on question 1. And you can see this is what the homework will look like. You can skip around if you want. Some of the questions will come with different helps with them. So if you want to go to your textbook, this will bring you to a spot in the textbook where this question is. If you press Ask My Instructor, this will send an email to me of your exact question. So if you have any questions, you could do that.